what is your cause in life? I would think that if your cause was to convince others that evolution is correct, not just a theory, but a fact, then you'd be devoting yourself to finding this information and making it readily available. What I find is that you're spending a lot of time arguing with me, trying to convince me, instead of showing the evidence or spending your time producing evidence.
Was I not just telling you about fish that are intermediate between the sea?
But again, what I go back to is if there was a large enough amount of evidence, which there should be, if we have gone from slime to human beings, there should be an overwhelming amount of evidence, not these isolated cases that could be interpreted differently. And see, the problem, one problem that evolutionists have is that in the past, when there's been great acclaim of a discovery to show from one species to another, it's been proven to be fraudulent. So evolutionists have a problem in their own history. The fact that there have been so many cases of fraud or misinterpretation of information that now we have a problem believing what you say.
There was the Piltdown Man in the 1920s. I suggest we forget about the 1920s and look at today. Go and look at some modern paleontology labs. Go and talk to some modern paleontologists. Go and talk to the people who are looking at the transition from fish to amphibians. Go and look at the fossils about the human transition. Look at the evolution of the horse. Look at the evolution of the elephant. There are evolution of the whale. There are so many beautiful stories. I mean, you'd be fascinated. You would think that these fossil histories are to the greater glory of God if only you go and look at them.
Would it make you happy if we were to agree that there is some evidence regarding macroevolution? Would that alone make you happy, or would you still be unhappy and feel that your cause is unsuccessful if many of us still believe that there's an intelligent being who caused this to happen?
It would make me enormously happy. I would love it. If you said, yes, 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 evolution is obviously a fact, I accept evolution, but God did it. I mean, that wouldn't, I mean, I wouldn't agree with that, but it would make me hugely happy. At least you looked at the evidence.
And I don't understand why that's so important to you, that I believe exactly like you believe.
No, no, it's not important to me. I am an educator, I'm a scientist, I'm a university professor, I teach. I love it when people see the beauty of nature, the beauty of evidence, and just look at it and appreciate how elegant it is. It really is beautiful. Go and look at it.
What is the danger in believing in an intelligent designer?
I don't think that's a danger. Well, as an atheist, which I am, a very strong atheist, I have a quite separate agenda. That is an agenda, but it's not my agenda as a science educator. I'm now talking purely as a scientist and a science educator, and I am distressed that somebody as intelligent as you is refusing to look at the evidence.
And what is your agenda as an atheist? Because that is going to influence the work that you do.
Well, I like to think it's not, actually, but whatever I might say about that, I've done another television program about that, and I was a very strong atheist in that program. This program is about Darwin, and there are many Darwinians who are not atheists, and all I'm talking about now is the factual evidence, and I'm suggesting to you that you might do a better job for your religion if you would open your mind to the factual evidence and realize that actually you could use the genuine scientific factual evidence to the greater glory of your God, rather than running away from the evidence.
But again, that's where we differ. We don't believe we are running away from the evidence, and what we are seeking to do is to help people to understand who God is, that He's a loving God, and part of His love toward us is that He created us, the fact that He wanted us to exist.
Maybe He did it via evolution, though.
And helping people to understand that there's a God who's created order in this universe, and that there are certain, as you've mentioned, laws in this universe. That even includes moral laws of how we are to treat one another. Then the work that we're working toward is helping people to understand these moral laws and live according to these moral laws, because not only will they benefit living healthier and happier lives, but our society will as well. And so each of the work that we do through Concerned Women for America is toward that end. Now, you have your own cause, you're going to devote your life to that. And I would hope that you could respect and appreciate the work that we're doing to help make society a better place by helping people to understand the moral laws not only exist, but they're the best for each one of us and as a society. And you can go to sleep at night happy, hopefully, knowing that we're being successful in our work, because it will make a better society, one that Darwin's beliefs would not have made.
Yes, well, I've gone into that, haven't I? I agree with you that Darwinian beliefs would not make for a good society. I've said they'll make for a bad society.
And what's lacking, as you've mentioned, what's lacking is what's lacking in Darwin needs to be made up with somewhere else. The fact that Darwinian is such a would lead to such a harsh and brutal life means that there's a great need for other people to be making this world a better place.
Yeah, but
and
if
that's
it's true,
that's what we are working on.
Yeah.
And even though I may not agree like you do, hopefully you can appreciate the work that we're doing to make society a better place.